Welcome to the AGA Podcast, the voices behind today's grocery industry.
This is Paul DeMarco back with the Alabama Grocers Association podcast. Today we're at the Buy Alabama's Best Food Expo at Children's Hospital. Today I'm with my friends Temple and Tyner Bowling. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Good
Paul.
to be here.
Well, no, I know you're on the board.
Yes.
But today we're talking about
Golden Eagle syrup.
Golden Eagle syrup out of Fayette, Alabama.
That's correct.
It's a beautiful town in West Alabama. So talk to me about the history of the company.
Well, the company actually was started in 1928.
Wow.
And Victor Patterson and his wife had it right behind their house and had grown it into quite a big company. In fact, in the 50s, it won a gold medal at the California State
Wow.
Fair for the syrup. And then it sort of started shrinking. And we bought it in 2011 and with one goal, and that was to preserve an Alabama product, preserve Alabama history, and build it and make it the way Mr. Patterson was. And then my daughter graduated about 3 years ago from Auburn, and she's come back and does the day-to-day work with her mother running the company.
So tell me a little bit about the syrup. I mean, obviously it's got a long history. So tell me about the syrup.
So, as he said, my mom makes the syrup. We sell the syrup. But it's just a blend of honey, molasses, corn syrup, and cane sugar syrup. So it's unique. It's not like your maple. A lot of people think that. But we're most known for mixing with butter and put on a hot biscuit.
There
They
you go.
call
That's
it
about as
softened
southern as
syrup.
it gets.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about as southern as it
Yeah,
gets.
Mr. Patterson created it because back in the day, you traded your ribbon cane syrup to the general store for credit. You know, when you're in rural Alabama, you didn't keep that. You sold that to the city folk, right?
Right.
And so the molasses is the third cooking of cane syrup, and it's a little bit bitter. So he was playing around with the different stuff to try to create a table syrup because at that time, sugar wasn't on your table. And so this was a sweetener for everything.
So tell me, is how far is y'all's reach? I mean, you some of the folks in the north, are you starting to introduce them to you?
Yeah.
So we actually go in grocery store wise, we're in the states that touch us, but we have an online storefront and I ship all over. A lot of people who leave Alabama and they were raised on it and they still want that nostalgic flavor. They order it online, and then even last year I shipped internationally. So there's a lot of people who have left the South and took Golden Eagle with them.
I do industrial construction for a living, and I have a Golden Eagle tag on the front of my truck. And I pulled into Ohio to a plant, and the security guard go, "How do you know about Golden Eagle?" And I'm like, "How do you know about Golden Eagle?" And apparently in the 40s, a lot of people left the South looking for work. A lot of people went to Chicago. A lot of people went out, and they eventually came back. But when they went out, they took Golden Eagle with them or took
Right.
Alabama products with them. So it's a further reach than we realized
right.
when we purchased it.
So talk about the distribution in grocery stores.
Oh, it's a big part of our business, and a lot of customers want it. We're in a little bit of a negative is that we're in a glass jar. We want to preserve, which is fragile and it's heavy. So shipping ones to customers is very difficult and expensive. But if you're providing it through the grocery store, which the grocery stores allow us to ship in pallet quantities, it's handled better care and to get to our customer. And without it, we couldn't exist without a grocery store and without people giving small brands shelf space. You know,
Especially this Buy Alabama Best campaign, like spotting that icon, knowing it's an Alabama brand. That's helping us, and then also helping us help children's here.
Right.
at
And
the
then
Expo.
everybody wants to help and support Alabama products.
That's right.
Right.
It's very important to
That's
support
right.
Alabama products. So you've got the online, and what is the online, by the way?
www.goldeneaglesyrup.com.
It's pretty easy. But from a grocery perspective, the southern states is where you
Yes.
can find it in grocery stores.
Basically, the South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Panhandle of Florida, a little bit of Louisiana, a little bit of Kentucky. It had a much larger footprint, like I said, in the 50s and all the way into the 70s. And it sort of went on the decline. Families don't gather for breakfast anymore. 60% of our business is done in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, holidays. But I always tell all of our customers, if you want it, request it from your grocer. They listen to them a little bit more than they listen to us. So
And that brings me to the next is y'all are members of the Alabama
Correct.
Grocers
Grocers.
Association, and y'all are involved with the grocers. And what does that mean for y'all in your products?
It really provides an outlet and provides, just like today, we're mixing and getting to talk to people and they see and they connect. And when people connect with a real live person versus a cut sheet or a SKU list, you can get a relationship and you want to help each other. And that's really, we see that camaraderie within AGC.
Well, when you talk about biscuits and syrup, that's about, again, as Southern as it gets.
Yes.
So anyway, so look, thank you, Tyner and Temple, for being with us today. We appreciate the information. They know how to get hold of Golden Eagle at the local grocery store, and we appreciate it very
Absolutely.
much. Thank you again for being with another broadcast of the Alabama Grocers Association podcast.